Hello, Nomads, and welcome to the Nomads of Fantasy podcast, a weekly-ish movie and game podcast where we make a new universe our home every week-ish. Today, we are joined, as most always, by Eric.
What up, gamers?
And Brandon.
My fellow gamers.
The Snuggie has entered the conversation.
Yes. Oh,
We're having water bear conversations before how Brandon looks like he could survive in the vacuum of space inside of his Snuggie.
If you ever needed a reason to watch the video version, youtube.com/@nomadsoffantasy, and you want to see Brandon in a full Snuggie getup, this is the reason right here.
It looks comfy as hell.
I recorded in my basement. It is. It's like I could put on another layer.
Like a warm hug.
Nah, I have no shame. Like it's not the most attractive thing ever.
I want one, and I want.
It's so comfortable.
We should look
a wearable blanket.
It's big on you, and you're an adult man. Like, and that, like, you look like it was made for somebody like 3 times your size, and it's.
Oh yeah.
We should look on the merch store if we can get a Snuggie with the Nomads logo on it. That I would 100% buy for sure.
Kangaroo pocket up front. Yeah, you gotta have
Hell
that.
yeah.
Massive
Clutch.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
Put a TV remote in there, some snacks.
You do a lot of things in there.
Yeah,
especially with it getting cold out. Yes, we're catching up for what we've been doing in November. We had a holiday in there.
We're in the thick of the holidays.
Yeah. You guys have anything good from holiday break?
It's Thanksgiving. We did the normal hosting thing. We just had my wife's mom and brother over. Small little thing, but
standard.
It was it's good.
No pie
it's
throwing,
nice.
no plate throwing.
No, nothing like that.
Good?
I love Thanksgiving dinner, man. I look forward to it.
Thanksgiving
it's great every year.
Leftovers, good. You guys host?
No, we go elsewhere.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. We gotta do the both family thing, which sucks.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
I found something new this year to do with the leftovers. I used to work at a pizzeria. Fun Dave fact here. And I took all the Thanksgiving leftovers and I tried making Thanksgiving pizza. I saw like DiGiorno put a tweet out for something like that. I'm like, all right, that looks pretty good. All you need is like a $3 dough from your local grocery store, and you got gravy, you got mashed potatoes, corned beans, turkey on there. Bake it, little mozz, little cheddar on top.
Dude, sounds good.
You grind up some of that jelly, cranberry jelly on, and you put it on cold after you let the pizza cool for a second there.
Yeah, you posted a picture on the Discord. It looked good, man.
It is thick as shit. It is a meal in a square.
I mean, it's all just fucking starch,
right?
Rock sitting in your stomach. Good. My go-to is like a leftover Thanksgiving sandwich. So you get like a nice roll or bun or something. Slap some mayo on there. Turkey, stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce.
On the sandwich.
And it's good as hell.
Okay.
The mayo is what ties it all together. It's really good.
Oh, I thought you were going to go like KFC bowl style. But
oh, man. It's, I love...
Sandwich is a whole different level.
Love leftovers. Love Thanksgiving food.
Yeah. And make some turkey chili after.
There you go.
That's how I spent the last couple of weeks. But enough about the holiday. Glad you guys had a good one. Let's talk about what we've been getting up to. Let's jump to Brandon first this week. See what you got on your plate.
Let's hear it, Snuggie boy.
Through the meat and the potatoes.
I watched the first 2 episodes of The Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
New Star Wars series out on Disney Plus.
Have either of you watched it yet?
Nope.
I'm just about done with the first episode. I was just watching with the kids like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear it. Hot take. Hot off the presses.
Yeah, hot take. I don't want to give anything away. I avoided trailers, any hype of this, honestly, because you know how I am with kid actors. I'm like,
this one just kind of slid out without much fanfare going on.
Yeah,
right.
True.
Probably the best move, honestly. Don't stop hyping shit up and just put it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, kid actors, it's fine. I think it's playing it pretty safe. I think it looks great, but it feels weird at the same time. And
feels weird.
It's just like,
feels weird. Why?
Well, I didn't know that it was just gonna be like, "Hey, you wanna see America, but Star Wars version America?" It was just very, like, not creative
That's
at all. But I know
I
that's what they're trying to do, but I'm just
yeah.
like, literally every shot is like you would see that in your own city in America, you would see this, and they just Star Warsified it like a filter over it. So I was just like, it's like there's the bus, there's the stop sign, there's the
There's the
woman
school
walking the
teachers, and they're
yeah, the mom walking the crib or whatever, or stroller or something like that. It's suburbia. It looks like Steven Spielberg from the 80s with
Yeah.
a Star Wars filter on it. So I was
That's
struggling
awesome.
with like it's it's I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. Like it looks good. It's like it's stunning to look at times. It's some of the best they've done world building wise, just like looking at stuff. But it's also like not creative at all. And then I'll just finally say the story's whatever. It's not bad. It's watchable as an adult. My 5-year-old walked right by. I'm sorry, 6-year-old. He walked right by and he just instantly got into it. So it worked for him, which is really cool.
Because it's kids. That's why I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems
I
like it's
was
aimed
pleasant.
more
I had seen
towards
the
kids.
trailers and I was very hesitant. And just finishing up like the first episode, I am quite pleasantly surprised that it's not
Okay.
hot trash and just made for like pandering to kids. I think
Right.
the same reason that people fucking love
Pandering to
Andor.
adults.
Yeah. Same reason that people have Andor. You see like the day to day of the resistance or whatever. This is just like you said, Star Wars suburbia. Like
It's
it's
literally
cool to see.
cereal boxes. Kids sitting down with cereal boxes, having Star Wars cereal with their Star Wars blue milk,
Yeah.
with their Star Wars spoon, with their
He's
Star
playing with
Wars
Star Wars
iPads,
figures.
with their Star. It
Reading
looked
Star
like
Wars books.
1970s. But it's just Eric, when you see it, maybe we talk about this one. Maybe we do like a dedicated mini episode about this
do a quick review.
because I don't know, like I'm trying not to be like too cynical here, but it's just when I see Star Wars, I don't see this is just too much. I think it's America overload. It's too like Star Wars to me is a fantasy, and I look like I'm like I didn't like an episode 2, Star Wars episode 2 when fucking Kenobi had a deal with that one guy that worked at a diner. It was a 50s diner.
Yeah.
I did not. I know George Lucas did that, and I know he's like Star Wars isn't like based off of like our own world, but come on, like
there's
I don't
world
know. I don't like it.
outside
It's too
of
much.
outside of lightsabers and space battles. There's a whole universe out there, which I don't.
Yeah,
Which
I know they're not either all tribal people or like suburbia, but I was just thinking something a bit more creative. But anywho,
maybe
We'll
that's
see.
just
I don't want to give anything away. It's nice
Earth
though. It's well produced.
The Earth equivalent to the Star Wars universe. There's got to be one, right?
Yeah, and then
pretty
real
close,
quick because I don't want to ruin it for anybody because it just came out. But the 4 kids have potential to be interesting characters. I think they are very bland right now. I don't know any of their personalities. There's one girl that's tough. That's about it. She's just
so you
tough
do know their
all the time.
personalities. No,
But
there's
everyone else is
the
just
girl with
there.
the Geordie LaForge thing. She's the hacker girl. There's
I know it's like the Star Trek kid.
Yeah, I got
there's
the
the kid that's like the
archetypes,
dorky
80s
fat kid
archetypes.
sidekick.
It's not like Goonies kid personality or like Bat's mouth because he is constantly talking. You don't even need like you could give him that nickname without people telling you that's his name. The Chunk kid's always about food. The kids are always talking over each other. In this show, it's like each kid takes their turn.
Yeah,
talking.
That's rough because
it's
like
very
with
heavily produced
with a cast like that, and like they got to come out strong with the characters in the first episode to get you hooked with them if you're gonna go through the whole series with them.
And like one last thing nitpicking. I'm sorry because it's cool. You should check it out. It's not that bad, but. The one kid alien looks like a fucking elephant, right?
Yeah, Max Rebo,
and he talks
ancestor
talks just like a human being, and it drives me nuts because Chewbacca is pretty close to looking like a human being, just covered with fur. But even he's like,
listen,
he
doesn't have the vocal cords.
You know why?
Of using basic.
The mouth. It's your jaw and your mouth and your teeth and your tongue.
You know why though, right?
This elephant creature can talk. It should have some kind of accent, some kind of.
It's for kids.
Probably
they want it
it's for
so
kids. I know
kids can easily understand it, so they don't have to read subtitles or something.
At least Jar Jar Binks had a hard time talking, even though he was basically talking humanoid, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna check it out. So after the first 2 episodes, are you optimistic? Has it hooked you?
Yeah, it's a really cool plot. It's a good adventure shit. Like it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I watched that Willow TV show, I knew 15 minutes into it, I was like, oh no, this is not good. And it got worse and worse and worse. That was the worst thing I've seen out of Disney in a long time.
I mean,
that's rock bottom. This way better. This is actually done. Like I like it.
Based on the last couple, flops with the Star Wars series, I'm more excited for this one to check it out. I mean, I'll definitely check it out. I always check all the Star Wars series out, give it at least a chance. But
I think you'll like it with your family a lot. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sounds fun. Yeah, sounds fun.
I'm one in and I'm already hooked. Like I know that I'm gonna. This is one that I'm gonna wait for the kids to watch. Make sure I'm gonna yell at them to get off their Switch or whatever. Everybody, so they pay attention and watch.
Second episode's much better, Dave.
Okay.
The first episode was kind of. I think it's.
I like the world building. I thought it was great. So
awesome.
Can't wait.
It's heavy on world building. That's another thing. It's just like wow, another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. Oh, another.
I mean, that's
Pirates
good,
code,
right?
It's just
that's what we want from Star
great.
Wars.
It's eye candy. Yeah, it's just eye candy. But I'm just looking back at it. I'm like, is this creative though? Because it's literally here's pirates.
If it's
literally talking like pirates,
there's
no creativity with the.
Let me ask you.
Do they say Yar?
Does creativity matter if you're having fun? That's my question.
No.
Right, and it's not. It's aimed more at my kids, and like I said, my 6-year-old walked by and he instantly sat down. And he was just like, "What is this?" And he really got into it.
I think we have to accept now that anything Star Wars coming out isn't going to be a 10 out of 10.
Always for me,
or always for you. So like, if it's a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, maybe that's fine. Not everything has to be a banger.
Give me a Sith college, that took place like thousands of years ago, and it's just like Sith college,
Film it like a reality show where they're like doing like the confessionals and like the Sith.
Yeah, it's like
Zendar at Force class today was being such a dick.
Right? Give me an American Pie in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, dude,
it'll happen.
Now we're talking. Yeah, if this is successful. Right, then they're gonna. Yeah. Well, anywho, that's Skeleton Crew.
All right,
check it
cool.
out for sure.
Nice. We'll top over to you, Eric.
All right. Well,
what do you got going on?
I'm gonna talk about the big one I've been into recently. I mentioned it a little bit on the Discord, but came out 2 years ago, 2022. But the sequel just came out this year. I'm talking about The Case of the Golden Idol.
Oh yes.
The sequel just came out this year. That's The Rise of the Golden Idol. But I've been. So, Case of the Golden Idol, it's actually a Netflix game. Well, I mean, it wasn't at first, but it came to Netflix games. It's pretty much out on everything, I think. But I've been wanting to play this one for a while, and I saw that it came to the Netflix game service. Both this and the sequel are on there, and all the DLC for the first one. So I downloaded it, wanted to check it out. The genre is basically like a logic puzzle type game. You're presented with these scenes, these scenarios, and you're trying to basically solve the mystery of what happened. So, like, the main thing is you're trying to fill out this document with a bunch of blanks in it. So, like, this person, blank, blank, this person, blank, blank, here, blank, stuff like that. So, you have to analyze the scene, find all the clues within the scene, and then you piece together, fill out the blanks of what happened here. And like
it's just like it looks hilarious.
It's a really cool art style, very unique. But it's kind of like almost like a point and click adventure, but like a logic.
It's like a detective game, like a detective solve the puzzle. What happened?
The thing that really hooked me about it. I mean, I like these logic puzzles games. Sort of sussing it out in your brain of what happened here. And trying to figure out how things connect. But it starts out super simple just to get you, a handle on the mechanics. But as it goes on, it gets more and more complex. And by like the final scenario, you're putting together things that happened like 5 cases ago. You know, you're going back to different cases to try to put together pieces of what happened and how, you know, the story got up to this point. So like each case builds upon the story, and essentially the, you know, it's called the case of the golden idol, and the whole thing centers around this mystical golden idol, and everybody's trying to get their hands on it, and like, you know, figuring out what it actually does and all the stuff. So I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, that's awesome. I just downloaded that. I don't really game on my phone at all.
It's perfect on your phone too. Like, I will say, like, you can do it in small chunks. I would say like each scenario probably takes anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes. The last one probably took me, since it was more complex and you had to kind of piece everything together, probably took me like an hour. But you know, depending on how, like, the way my brain works really clicked with this game. So like I can see people getting stuck and struggling with it and getting frustrated with it. Just, you know, some people just have trouble with that type of stuff. But like this really just clicked with me, and like the lore behind like the story and everything that's going on, and all the characters throughout it, just super interesting. So I finished the main game. I finished the first DLC. There's 3 cases. I think there's 12 cases in the main game, 3 cases in each DLC. So I finished the first DLC, and I finished the first case of the second DLC. So 2 more cases in the second DLC of the first game, and then I'm going to move on to the Rise of the Golden Idol, which is the one that came out this year. So very cool game. And
I did play the first 1 or 2 cases of this one. Yeah, and it's definitely a cool. Like if you like puzzle games or you like logic puzzles and stuff like that, like it's super cool to kind of see. But I haven't gotten far enough to see like how the cases start connecting to each other.
That's when it really clicks.
To see how that works. Yeah,
because like something will happen in one case, or like there'll be a character from one case that does something, and you're like, oh shit, they were, you know, because like they introduce new characters in each case, but there's recurring characters throughout the entire scenario. So like another character will pop up here, and like, oh, they're going by a different name, but I recognize their face. So like that gets you thinking, like, and then you go back to the previous case and you're like, oh shit, they did this here. So like their actions in the previous case inform some things that are going on in the current case that you're working through. So you're kind of flip-flopping between scenarios and trying to piece together what's happening. So
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And like, it makes you feel like you're, you know, once you actually figure it out and all the pieces click in your head, you're like, oh shit. Like it makes you feel like a detective, like you figured something out. So yeah, it's a good one.
That is very cool. Nice. I will make sure to keep playing that.
And it works great on mobile because all you're doing is like to find the clues. Basically, you're just reading through like documents and stuff. And like they'll have like underlined words, and you just tap on the words, and then it adds them to like your clues book. And then, you know, once you're ready to fill out what happened and fill in the blanks, you have all of the words that you need to fill it out. So you just have to put them in the right order and, you know, figure it out that way. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Netflix video games, man, on your phone.
Dude, yeah. And
so cool.
I was saying in the Discord, like, I mean, we did the episode on Netflix games, but like they're pushing it a little more. I've seen some like ads for it actually.
Oh yeah, recently. Even on my TV now.
Yeah.
It's like, what profile do you want to pick? When I got to mine, the big image on the right was downloading mobile phones or the mobile games on your phone.
Yeah, and they're doing like they're testing out beta for like the desktop version too, so you can like stream them from like your computer. It's not just your phone anymore. So like they're doing work over there at Netflix Games.
Yeah, it's good. Check out our episode on Netflix Games. We actually did an episode not too long ago.
Yeah,
they're building that up. Checking in to download the Golden Idol game, there's been a ton of games added too since then. So
and like
I just got
good.
I know,
good game, good library, man.
Well, that's fun to see mobile picking up a little bit.
Yep.
Well, I have been watching something. We have talked about the show numerous times before. The Legend of Vox Machina season 3. I just got done.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Done. So if we want to talk about it later in the show, let me know. But
Yeah, well, I feel like we should. Didn't we dedicate
we did season 1 and 2?
The first two.
Yeah.
First two.
All right, Dave. Well,
so I'm already in. I know. I'll give you a
Don't ruin
overview
it. Don't
here.
ruin it. But
yeah, it's more Vox Machina.
That's a really good show.
This
really good show.
This season felt a lot more emotional than the other seasons. I don't know. When I first started it, I went back and I thought I missed something between the end of the last season and this season. I'm like, did I not remember how things ended or what was going on? Because they kind of just throw you right back into it.
Leave off of the dragon shit in this.
Yeah, you're fighting. They're going after what is his name, Thordak.
Yeah,
which.
There's a bunch of dragons in the second season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all came through.
Yeah, there was the green one, and the red one was the big nasty man. And I think there was a blue one too.
When it ends though, is it the end of? Or is this supposed to keep going?
No, it's gonna keep going for sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for sure. They got seasons and seasons of this that they're gonna. The podcast has been going on for so long that I forget who the actor was that played Thordak, but I'm gonna have to find that. But no, it's a decent season. I don't think it's my favorite. Spoiler alert. But it was Lance Reddick.
He was rest in peace.
He was also the voice of the guy from Destiny. But no, he passed away, and I think he would have done a way cooler voice for this season too. But yeah, things get a little more emotional. I wasn't quite feeling it all season, but it is fun. It is still funny. It does have its moments where it does help out, but I won't get too far into that one. Another one I watched recently since we last talked is the Terminator anime, Terminator Zero.
I want to hear about this.
I almost watched this.
I have it on my list on Netflix to watch.
Tell me it's good because it looks
solid. It's solid.
Pictures.
I'm not gonna say it's great. It's solid. If you're a fan of the Terminator series and kind of the cliches from Terminator and the history of it, and Terminator goes back, tries to murder a dude, blah blah blah. It's good. This all takes place in I believe it's right in Japan, because somewhere in Japan. I don't know if it is Tokyo.
Does this factor into the Terminator timeline established in the movies at all?
I believe so. I think it's back in 90. It's back in 97. So Skynet is not around yet.
I want anime versions of everything.
Yeah.
Yes. This is cool.
This one is not for kids. Do not have this on in front of your children. There are going to be people getting murdered constantly over and over and over. There is some crazy ass shit that happens in this. Animation is good. Nothing out of this world, but nothing. I ended up because I was doing something. Yeah, it might have been getting ready for vacation or something, but I listened to the English instead of watching the subtitles, just so I could not be staring at the screen constantly while I'm watching it, so I can be
Timothy Oliphant in there.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Let me see who I got the voice actors for. These are all the.
I knew he was in there. I thought there was some other names.
I think we got a Rosario Dawson is in here.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I think these are all the Asian actors, Japanese, everybody. But it's good. It takes place before Skynet. It's kind of touches on, what do they call it? It's not Emergence Day. That's Gears of War.
Judgment Day.
Thank you.
Judgment Day. Yeah.
There's always a day coming.
Give me an anime Aliens. Give me an anime Predator. Can you imagine Predator?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Anime Aliens. Predator would be fucking sick.
Because you can do all sorts of crazy, wacky shit, and they all have their.
It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but no, this one is a solid one. If you guys like Terminator, I definitely recommend it. If you're not a big Terminator fan, I don't think it's gonna change how you view the series, but it's definitely a fun little ride and adventure in the Terminator.
I was watching. There's it's for younger adults or whatever. It was like 14 or whatever age, but Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider anime show. I think
I
it's
didn't
for
know
kids.
there
To
was a
say,
Tomb
honestly.
Raider anime.
I
I didn't either.
didn't know.
And
Huh.
it was actually kind of cool.
Hmm.
T14 or whatever the fuck they say, whatever age. You know how they say like what age
Yeah.
this is for? But I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of digging this.
Did you
But anyways,
did you end up finishing the whole thing, Dave?
Oh yeah, yeah. All
Is it
done.
how many
It
episodes
gets.
is it?
I think it was just 8.
Okay. Well, not too bad. And I'm assuming they're like 25
20
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you in a second here.
I say usually anime, like they go
23,
shorter.
25.
Yeah. Just budgetary
Yeah, and you
restrictions.
Yeah, you can kind of cruise through them. Yes, there is 8. I don't see the run times on them here. At least not on the wiki.
Well,
But
yeah, I'll definitely
not a half hour.
plan
They're
on
not too
checking it
crazy.
out.
And it's not one that gets like weaker. It gets good as you go through it, and you just get to your conclusion. You start to figure out everything that's going on because just like every other Terminator movie, there's kind of a, I don't want to say a twist, but you got to see things from a
Arnold
different
shows
angle,
up.
something. Ah!
Let me kill myself at the end again.
Maybe
Yeah.
you just might. No, that's it.
Telltale Terminator game.
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
Telltale Terminator
Sweet.
would be badass. I like
Fucking
that.
badass, dude.
Oh, okay. Let's swing it back over to you, Brando. What do you got? What else have you been doing?
The only other thing I have is my wife and I've been watching Shogun.
Oh,
Yeah?
how was
Shogun
that?
is
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good
really
things. Yeah.
it's stunning to look at. Just
Is
cool.
it just Japanese Game of Thrones? That's the pitch I've heard.
It is. It so is. It's just like you can't trust anybody. People get their heads cut off all the time. Japanese people are very uptight, or at least they were. My
yeah.
God, people
It's
take things
traditions, man.
literal. You say one thing, they don't value life. So you follow more or less 3 characters. This dude John just shows up on a boat with all these other sailors, and they barely survive to get to the Japans. They call it the Japans, and they come across one of the lords that we meet. He's one of 5 regents that are kind of controlling the land until this boy king comes back, gets in power, and then he will be king. But these other guys are like kind of not getting along, and the 4 of them group up against the one. The one is the one that ends up with this British guy. So he's learning their way, and he's got some information. It's like, yo, you can't trust these people because of some stuff that we know. So it gets all very political, just like Game of Thrones, right? So people are starting to like build up to a war, and I went into this not knowing anything. My wife and I were just like, I don't know, won all these friggin' awards.
Mm-hmm.
How many seasons are out so far?
Japanese Game of Thrones, huh?
How many seasons are out so far?
1, right?
Just the one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. And we're in the last couple episodes, and it's getting fucking intense. But like, just the production is just so good. And here's another thing I like. All right, I know not all the time you can have fucking people speak the language that they're supposed to be speaking. You gotta have them like, oh, they're Russian, but the Russian people are talking to each other with a Russian accent, but it's English, but it's with a Russian accent. It's just, But this show, I think it gets a lot of praise because of how authentic it is. Like, I think a lot of people involved making it are Asian, or Japanese, but they're always speaking in Japanese, so you have to read subtitles.
Okay.
And unless they're one of the main characters is this one woman, and she's a translator, so she knows a lot of what's going on because she's helping the one lord know what's up, and he's talking to the British guy, and they're going back and forth. So
I think that helps too because it helps. I think it's more immersive when you see something. You have to watch something, and it forces you to pay attention.
Yeah.
To the show, you can't be diddling around on your phone or something like that.
And he never knows what's going on. The one guy, so he's
Yeah.
always just like, "What they say?" And so she'll say like, "Oh, they said this," And most of the time she's telling the truth, but sometimes she's just like, I gotta say this in a way where it's like not lying, but it's not the truth. So
Cool. Yeah.
it's just a lot of. She's a translator, so she's one of the main characters. Like these three, this lord, this guy. And,
I might have seen trailer for this, or might have seen like the first episode or two. I wonder.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be like speaking Portuguese, but for the sake of that, they speak English.
No. Yeah.
I think he's a British guy in general, anyways. It's based on a true story. This thing, like they've obviously romanced it. It was written as a book at one point, and then I think they made a movie and a TV show in the past that were okay. It's supposed to be a pretty good story, but this is a full-on, very mature, highly produced.
What network?
TV show.
Is this a Max or a Netflix?
I'm watching on Hulu.
Yeah, I think this was originally on FX, so it's on Hulu.
I want to say it's FX.
Okay. Everybody's
FX.
got the Hulu these days.
Yeah, FX, Shogun.
Fucking Hulu. I hate Hulu just because of the fucking ads. So many ads, so long.
Yeah, you see so many like Progressive is just like constantly in rotation.
Yeah, it happens when you gotta. I mean, because it was FX, so it was on network, so commercials. So they're like, yeah, gotta stick the ads in those ad breaks.
I would say you guys should watch it. We can wrap this up, but my thing here, but like, I would say if you like Game of Thrones, but it's like fucking feudal Japan. It's like 1600s or whatever, like, so things are moving slow. It's a lot of, planning and all that shit, but there is like action in this too. So, excellent character development. All characters are interesting. It's not like, whatever. Like, no, there are some guys like, fuck that guy. Another guy's like, that guy's crazy, but I kind of like him. I hope he doesn't get killed, because they're so like,
cool, though.
They're just, I don't know, like anybody can die at any second. It's got that Game of Thrones feeling going on. So it's just like, and they got samurais all over the place, they're, so there's a lot of cool shit. So anywho,
it's a good transition. Do you think I'd like Shogun if I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh my God. I do that game. All I think about when I watch a show is that game.
Dude, I've been getting back into it lately. I'll just touch on this quick because we've mentioned it a lot on the show before because it's a great game.
Who doesn't know about how great this game is?
But yeah, man, I picked my save back up. I couldn't believe the last time I played this game. It's been 3 years. It was my last save was July 2021. I'm like, what the fuck? How has it been that long already? So yeah, I picked it back up and I played another 5 hours or so. But I'm planning on finishing it this time. But man, I just always forget how beautiful that game is. It's one of the most beautiful games that I've played. Like it's
beautiful.
Awesome. Especially on the PS5, man, it looks
so
beautiful.
I'm on a PS4 and it's great. But the 5, I bet it looks so good. Just a good looking game.
Yeah,
and it's just there's some motherfuckers. I gotta kill them.
I know. I love the standoffs, like doing the standoffs and timing your sword strike. But
maybe Santa needs to be bringing this to my house.
Dude, it's
Director's Cut is on sale for $30. It seems like a pretty solid steal there.
Yeah, man. And if you have, I don't know if you have PlayStation Plus or anything, but it's on there. Yeah, man.
Also a good online multiplayer, which I've never played, but I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. T-Just from our Discord.
Multiple, like you just running around and sword fighting dudes.
So there's a co-op mode where you can do the story like co-op, but there's also a Legends mode, which is like a completely different thing. It's like multiplayer modes. Like I think there's like capture the flag and like raids and stuff that you can do. But yeah, that sounds fun. But yeah, I've been having a good time. It's just a great game. But I that one's good. I want to touch on that quick, and then another one I wanted to talk about was SIFU, which just came to Game Pass.
Nice. I saw you playing that the other day.
Yeah, I've been. It came to PlayStation first, and it looked awesome. I wanted to play it back then. And then it came to Game Pass recently, so I checked it out. But yeah, if you don't know what SIFU is, it's like it's very interesting. It's sort of a unique concept. It's a fighting game, but it's also roguelike and yeah, I don't know. It's sort of hard and like it's just like an action game. So basically, there's 5 levels, 5 bosses that you're going through, and the way that they handle the whole roguelike system is pretty cool because you start out at a young age. So you start out at age 20, right? So the younger you are, the quicker you are, and the more health you have, but the less damage you do. And so you have these like magical talismans. So every time you die, you get killed in combat, you age like a year. So like if I die at 21, or if I die at 20, next time I revive, I'll be 21 years old. So like, and it sort of multiplies on itself. So you can gain back years if you like, I forget, I don't know how exactly like the system works, but like if you string together a good combo or something, like it'll take a year off of like your aging meter. But if you die consecutively, like it'll age you by 2 years, then 4 years, then 8 years. So it like multiplies on itself.
Okay. Wait, what's this game called?
SIFU.
But
SIFU. Yeah.
So the gimmick,
cool cinematics.
Right. I did play this game.
Dude, it's cool, man. And the gimmick is like every 10 years, so like you reach age 30, it'll say your health decreases but your damage increases. If you reach age 40, same thing. Your health decreases but your damage increases. So by the time
I feel that's real.
So like the max age you can reach before game over is 70. So like by the time you're 70, you're slow as fuck and you can only take a couple hits, but you're doing so much damage. So you're taking guys out in like 2 hits. So like you're like a glass cannon at that point. But it's cool because like I said, there's 5 bosses, so there's only 5 levels. But the catch here is like, say you make it to level, you die on level 3, but coming into level 3, you are age 55. You can restart to the latest level that you made it to, but you'll start at the lowest age you were that you've made it to that level. So, like I said, if you made it to level 3, then the best you've done is age 55. You can start at age 55, but you know you might not get too far because you only have a couple of chances before you reach a game over. So the gimmick is you want to go back and do the earlier levels and do them better. So like, say I made it to made it to level 2 at age 35 the first time. I can go back and play level 1, and hey, I made it to, I was only age 24 when I made it to level 2 the second time. So I can start from level 2 at age 24 now. So it's a cool gimmick and a cool unique take on a roguelike. And it's like there are permanent upgrades. There's like a skill tree, but you have to like unlock it a certain amount of times before you do, you get the permanent upgrade. So there's like different combos you can unlock. It's like a fighting game. There's like fighting game combos. So you're doing like X, X, Y, X to like do different combos, and like there's special moves that you can unlock. So it's cool, man.
Yeah, much farther than I did.
I really like the
beat the first 2
in this one.
I beat the first 2 bosses, and I lost on level 3, then restarted to try to get my age down on the lower levels. So yeah,
some of the camera stuff they do is makes it look really cool.
It's basically they did some, they must have worked with some like kung fu artists because like the animations are awesome, really fluid. The combat feels really good, and like it looks like a kung fu movie. Some of the cinematography that they do is really really awesome. So yeah, that's a good one. It's tough.
I know
it's definitely tough. But it's cool how you can like improve your your starting age on each level, so you can get you can start at a later and later point until you can finally reach that final level at a young enough age where you can sort of get through it. So, but yeah, that's a good one. I can see how it would be frustrating though, like if you keep losing, because like I said, you have to sort of
quick.
Yeah, you have to improve your age, the starting age you get to on each level to sort of make it really far and get those permanent unlocks. But yeah, it's cool. I think I'm definitely gonna play more of it.
Nice. It makes me want to go back.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. let's jump back over to my world. I took a little vacation. I just want to give some Nomad highlights of going to see Universal Studios and Hollywood Studios because there's a lot of cool nerdy shit to do down there. Uh, I mean, if you got kids that are old enough to go, you know, they have to be a certain age, I think, to really appreciate Universal Studios and Hollywood Studios. Otherwise, you're going to Magic Kingdom and you're going to see all the kiddie shit. The stuff that they did with the Star Wars world is kind of amazing.
At Hollywood Studios?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Ride to Resistance and the Smuggler's Run are like fucking mind-blowing rides.
The first time you're just like, I'm on set.
Yeah, you feel like it. Like you walk through the fucking Millennium Falcon. You're like, holy shit, this is...
Dude, when you see the Millennium Falcon, it's just, you want to cry.
Yeah. And
real.
It's like the way you walk in, you walk like through a tunnel and then you just kind of come out and you're just like on a Star Wars planet. And
that's awesome.
The way that they build the mountains up so you can't see the other stuff, and the way that the hedges are all super high that you can't see anything. It feels like its own little place. And
were you there at night?
I was there in the morning early, and then I went back at night.
Dude, it's better at night
because it's like dark in there. Like it's pretty like
low so dark. They have all those cool colors, and you just see like an X-wing lit up or a TIE fighter lit up in the dark, and you just hear.
Yeah, like every once in a while, you'll hear like a plane land at the thing, or you'll see Kylo Ren walking around doing shit. It is a pricey one. I got a couple little things that I grabbed here. I wanted to show off like Oprah showing my few favorite things.
Right.
This is a Loth cat.
Oh,
they have a cantina that you can go to get like fuzzy bubbly drinks. I guess the food isn't very good, but you should go just to get the drink.
I just drank in it. Yeah.
And this little Loth cat like cup that you can get, but that is, and like I don't go crazy when I'm on these vacations. I get a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's a cool.
Didn't you buy a lightsaber though?
I did treat myself to a little bit of this.
Oh,
I'm jealous.
This is a replica Kenobi.
That's my favorite lightsaber. Like that's the one I would get.
But even like they have like the build your own lightsabers, and those ones didn't feel as cool as like getting like this looks like a set piece, like it's shiny, nice and metal. What I did not notice is that some of these lightsabers come with more than one emitter. So I don't know. My nerdiness only goes so far. But you can swap out like the top half, and I think this is like the original one from like the first movies, and then that's
Revenge of the Sith.
And I didn't even know like until I opened up the case and I looked in there, and I was like, oh shit, there's a fucking another emitter in here.
Yeah, that one's Revenge of the Sith. The other one's
check it out.
Yay! So that was cool. I didn't get the blade for it yet.
No,
I was in Florida. I'm like, Lisa, I'm not a child. I don't need the blade for my lightsaber.
I do. If I'm getting a lightsaber, I'm going whole hog.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna order one of those at some point so I can wave it around and go wow wow. That was pretty sweet. Harry Potter World has got a ton of shit going on over at Universal. What was I gonna say about before we jump to Universal? Star Wars ride. Rise of the Resistance. I found out, and I don't know if this is just a thing with like theme parks, I guess in general, always have this problems, but shit breaks. Like rides break, stuff breaks. I went on the Rise to Resistance ride, not knowing that half of it was broken, and I was only getting like the watered down version of the ride.
Oh,
so
really?
In this ride, essentially, you're one of the rebels, and then you get captured by the Empire, and then you escape. So apparently as you're walking through the ride, like you get into a rebel cruiser thing, and you like Rey talks to you, and then oh no, the Empire is here, and the ship moves around, and none of that was in my ride. I got the B tier version where like you're walking through the line, and all of a sudden you cut down a hallway, and I'm like, this hallway looks weird. This is different from the rest, because it was just like
you didn't go in that big room with all the stormtroopers.
This is where I'm getting to. Like they cut out the rebel freighter, and they cut out all of Rey, and they cut out that whole section. Because normally you go into that freighter and you get captured by the Empire, and then the freighter opens and you walk out into a Star Destroyer with just rows of like stormtroopers and like Imperial officers are standing around, and they're all in character. They're all fucking dicks. Like it's kind of hilarious how they talk down to you. But
yeah, they're pretty good.
Our line just like cut into a hallway, into a door, and it was just a gray drywall hallway with like black tiles on the floor, and then you walk out another door, and then you're in the Imperial thing. So I was a little confused.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this until I came back, and like it was one of my favorite rides while we were there. I didn't know this until I came back and talked to my brother, and he was like, "Yeah, the whole Ray thing," and I had fucking no idea
what the fuck
he was talking about. And that would make the ride like twice as good.
Hold on a second. Wait, you didn't tell me you at least got to experience the thing where you sit down when you were escaping and you sit on those things and you go. You got that. Yeah, well, Kylo Ren's chasing after you, and he's got the lightsaber going through the ceiling. Okay,
that is pretty amazing. Those are apparently the same carts. They use that same technology in Amazon warehouses, like where those carts follow like a certain line on the road, because there's no tracks on this ride. You're just in like a little car, and it just drives itself fucking wherever it wants. It's all like Amazon AI warehouse robots that they're using to power that stuff, which is kind of insane in the same thing. But yeah, that whole second half of the, like it was one of my favorite rides in general. Not even knowing that I missed the first half of the ride.
The only guy
to like introduced you to it. So it's just crazy to think about. The work that goes into it, the work that goes into like somebody designing the rides or the lines to wait in the rides, like that is an awesome fucking job for somebody to have. Is just to be like, I'm gonna make the fucking sweetest line ever. You're gonna walk past this, and then I'm gonna build benches for you out of like rocks in a cave, and like just the thought that goes into everything. Yeah, man, great down there.
Yeah, they're top tier. It's really hard to go to other places and just stand in a line and you're just looking at people, and you're just stuck on cement in the heat with nothing to do. Where Disney's like has that money, so they just go that extra mile, and
that Disney magic.
They're doing the same thing, but they're just like putting you through like a cave.
Yeah.
You know.
So good. Like
stuff like
we
that.
Took my kids on the Tower of Terror. Like everything's themed like an old Twilight Zone. And there's so much cool stuff. So I was taking pictures of fucking every time I turned around, I was taking a picture.
Even with the Rise of the Resistance, when you're going through the cave, it's like you're in a makeshift rebel base where there's like the props are everywhere, and it's just like you can't get to them, but there's like there's a helmet, like there's like a
behind a cage,
X-Wing helmet,
those cool like display screens that they put their radar on, and
it's
cool. That's like,
and then you'll see maybe a droid hanging out, which is really just basic robotic. You don't have to pay a cast member to do anything. You just got a droid. So Star Wars, it makes sense. They'll have a droid there, and they'll just like, hey, bzz, bzz, and they'll be cartoonishly yelling at each other, like like when you're doing the Millennium Falcon ride. Which one's that? Smuggler's Run?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're in line there, you're going through not the cargo bay, but like that pit with all the droids, and they're all just talking to each other.
You're just walking past like the engines of it, and you're just staring at there's eye candy just everywhere for nerderies. Yeah. Same thing goes for like the Hogwarts side. We did Universal.
Yeah, that was cool.
I would give parents a tip, the fucking train ride between the two Universal parks that you're going to Hogwarts Express, don't waste your fucking money on it. It's kind of boring. Don't just spend the day at each park individually and go do your Hogwarts shit. It's kind of lame. Brandon, I was showing Eric this before. This is another one of my treasures that I brought back. It is a fake Marauders map.
Brandon wouldn't know about that.
He doesn't know about the Marauders map.
He doesn't know about the Marauders map.
It's a nice like fake leather bound book with some graph paper dots in it.
There you go, dude. Go to the beach with that.
That's a nice book,
ladies.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just sketching over here.
With my lightsaber.
I was thinking.
I got a lightsaber on my belt.
I make my own lightsabers.
Yeah, Harry Potter's got the same fucking magic though.
Lightsabers and Harry Potter's. Oh, dude.
Hey, it's a lifestyle. Over Powder World, they have like Ollivanders. My kid got picked to go in Ollivanders to do the little ceremony thing. Everybody gets a wand that you can go around and make little.
they got the whole like Diagon Alley, right?
Diagon Alley is at one place, and it's Hogsmeade at the other one.
That's cool.
That's where you take the train between. Like I didn't even see it when we got there because it's kind of like hidden, and then you have to like walk through like a brick. There's no signs for it. You just walk through a brick entranceway, and then all of a sudden you're just like boof, like in Diagon Alley.
That's sweet.
It's kind of
that's
like
how it is. Yeah, it's like
right?
a secret wizard.
It's the same kind of thing. Simpsons World there is fucking great. Like there's so much shit to do down there. Yeah. So I don't know if you got the time, you got an old person with a timeshare, fucking jump on there. Get on down there.
Did you get a Duff beer? Did you get a Duff beer?
Yeah, I got a Duff beer. Got one of the big lard lad donuts. Got a flaming mo.
Yeah.
Just kind of hit all the spots. When you're on vacation, it's kind of you're gonna spend money anyways. You might as well
just
enjoy it. Figure it out when you get home. When you come home,
right. Just max
you come
out
home
a
with one
card.
of these, and then you're just like, "What the fuck did I do while I was down there? I bought a fucking lightsaber."
I know. Right? Don't look at your credit card statement next month.
Yeah, it's good. We'll figure that out later. All right. No, that was the Nomad vacation. Nomad favorite things. There's all sorts of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Dumb shit to find for the Potter and the Star Wars fans.
Wait, did you do any of the Pixar stuff?
I went to Toy Story Land. Did all those rides. Didn't go on the
one where you ride the thing and you.
Yeah, they got the same. They got the same thing for the Minions place too, where you're shooting guns at like screens and everybody's looking around and just doing stuff. So yeah, it's cool. It's nice in November. Like lines were like 15 minutes for just about anything you wanted.
Wow,
like you can just go and just do whatever. So
I'm gonna go in November. I think next time we go because
it wasn't terribly hot. Just wear shorts and t-shirt and you're good. So
someday I'll get there.
Yeah,
I mean, I went to Universal when I was like 10 years old. But yeah, I definitely want to go back with the family someday.
This was my first time ever, so I was just kind of like a little kid down there. It was kind of cool to see all the crazy shit that's been going on down there. So, all right, cool. Let's start cleaning this puppy up. Brandon, you got anything to cruise through?
No, I've just been working on a lot of random things, but nothing at a point where I could talk about it. So that's really all I had.
Yeah, I got two. Well, I don't know. I got just a couple small things. You guys ever heard of Wobbly Life?
Wobbly Life, no.
Wobbly Life. It's really fun. It's great local co-op game with the kids too. But it's basically just like an open world sandbox. You're these little fucking stick people dudes. You go around. Xbox. Okay. It's like, I think it was on sale for like $18 or something. I mean, I think not on sale. It's like 20. So, but it's worth it. There's local co-op and there's online co-op. But basically, it's just like this sandbox open world. You can like do different jobs. You can fucking drive a garbage truck, fucking pick up garbage, deliver newspapers, fucking work at a burger shop, deliver pizzas. Like, it's just a sandbox. You can go to the mall, buy some clothes, fucking steal cars. You're just messing around.
It reminds me of
with your friends.
I'm trying to think of the Xbox game where it's not Quap. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. But it's super generic, basic looking, like polygon everything.
Yeah. Super simple.
They've just built all this cool shit.
But it's fun. Like you can pretty much do anything you want, and there's like some secrets in there to discover. But it's a really good one, like local with the kids, and I think there's online too. But you can just hop into your friend's world and just fuck around. But that was a fun one. And I was messing around a little bit in VR too, with virtual desktop. I don't know if you guys have messed around with this at all, but
I heard good things about it.
It's really freaking cool. It's like, I think it was like, I don't know, again, like $20 or something, $15-20.
Yep.
But essentially, you just remote into your desktop PC with your VR headset, and you can basically, I don't know, choose from a bunch of different environments. I think you can download environments too, but you can put your fucking screen up on like you're in your own private movie theater, or you're in an apartment in New York City, or like you're fucking, I don't know, just all these different environments. And like, I don't know, you could watch a movie in VR in like a movie theater, and it's like you're in a movie theater, or like you can play a game. Like I wanted to test it out, like remote play my PlayStation or Xbox through my PC, and then play it through virtual desktop. So basically, I'm playing my Xbox in like a movie theater. You know, like I'd fuck around with shit like that. So
that's cool.
But no, it was fun just tinkering around and messing with that stuff. But yeah, it's fun. I just wanted to mention that. Messing around a little bit more.
How much was that virtual desktop?
Like $15 or $20, something like that.
Okay.
But,
nice.
That's all I had.
All right. I'll clean us up then here real quick. I'm almost done with the Call of Duty campaign. If you guys have not played that goddamn Call of Duty campaign, go in there and play some of that. I'm
still chipping away at it.
It's good.
I know. I want to get.
It's worth it.
To it.
Bad, like the multiplayer is still fun, but the campaign is. I think it's worth going through.
Yeah, it's cool.
Got it. I just last night finished Baldur's Gate 3 finally in the 140-ish hour range, 150.
Awesome.
There's some cathartic feeling when you finish a game that's that long, and then you're like, I'm gonna clean out some space on my Xbox and get rid of this like that giant one that's just taken up like
You're not gonna go back and clean up side stuff.
Oh, I cleaned up all the side stuff. I do want to go back and do like a Dark Urge playthrough. I do want to do another playthrough because there's so many different ways that it can go and so many different variables that go into it that it's like there's no way you can see everything on one playthrough.
I want to get back to that so bad, but it's just intimidating. It's been a while now just to get a handle back on the controls and everything too. Just remembering how to do everything.
Yeah. If you mainline it, you can get through it in double-digit hours. But I
got a little
crazy.
A game like that, you don't want to mainline though. You want to explore, take your time, let the game take you where it will. You know,
right.
See,
right.
Like I want a VR version of that game. That would be cool as shit.
That would be sweet
if there could be VR, some sort of Baldur's Gate. Because even like first person, like I don't know, the turn-based games kind of put me to sleep sometimes, but I like when to get down into the world, get the camera low and kind of like get in there rather than having this over the top thing that kind of takes you out of the game. So
that would be cool.
It was just good to finish up. It was a very great game. If you're a D&D person, that's a absolute must play. And then, I tried playing some Flight Simulator 24. I didn't get too far about it. It's definitely downloaded if you're going to try playing it. If you try cloud streaming it, it kind of sucks. So,
well, can't you like piecemeal download it a bit? Because, I mean, isn't the download like ginormous if you download everything?
It was like 11 gigs, but then when you go to start it, it's like downloading these packages, downloading these map terrains. So it takes longer to boot up if you're not downloading that stuff because it's got to, get all that crap from the server somewhere. So, it was just kind of cool to tinker around. We got some stuff coming up. We got Indiana Jones coming out like next week, so hopefully we get into that. Yeah, we've got Skeleton Crew, so it's a good time to
2 days
to be
2 days for Indiana Jones.
Yeah, the 6th, December 6th.
It was the 9th.
Fuck, man.
I think it's you may be right there. Well, by the time you hear this on your audio podcast, go play some Indiana Jones because I watched the launch trailer for that and it looks cleaner than some of the E3 like videos that they were showing. It looks, I don't know, the facial animations look better. It looked cleaner.
I haven't watched anything.
So
yeah, that's another. That's one I'm
so afraid.
Yeah,
I'm so afraid to get any hype into this.
I think you should be good, Brandon.
Like that developer because they make
I trust machine games.
Quality.
No, it's machine games.
They make
Machine
games.
Wolfenstein.
No.
Right, those guys did it. Well, all right. Well, then, see, that's all right. Hold on. That's weird because it's a non-shooting game, right? It's more of a first-person adventure game, right? And shooting game.
Yeah, it's not like a run and gun game, but
I think it pulls in and out of first and goes to third here and there, depending on what you're doing too.
Oh, so. I'm thinking of the new Fable games being made by the guys who do Forza.
Playground, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, we'll see.
I trust them. I mean, Wolfenstein 2 was
Wolfenstein was great.
Game.
That was a blast. That was a fun game.
And they're gonna hit all those indie notes. You're gonna hear those songs. You're gonna hear the song from Raiders of the Ark when he's putting the shit in the temple. Like you're gonna hear that and you're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Troy Baker's Indiana Jones is pretty good. Pretty convincing.
Good. Yeah. And if they got those facial animations down, like I'm good. As long as he doesn't have like weird teeth. Like that's,
Yeah.
Weird teeth, good eye movement. That's stuff that we're kind of grown accustomed to in good looking games these days.
I think the Lego Indiana Jones has a good Harrison Ford impression.
Okay.
I'm like, did he?
Do they have voices in that?
Yeah.
Funny.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up because I think we're gonna have we got Die Hard 2 coming up to finish out our year of Bruce.
Yep.
And then we're gonna hit the holidays. We're gonna take a little hiatus. Spend some time with the fams, and then get a lot of games in, and then probably the episode after Die Hard is gonna be another catch up. So,
gotta catch up.
We'll keep on cruising. Make sure. Yeah, we'll play some stuff. Everybody loves to play. Smite 2 just has their Lord of the Rings kind of thing. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Dude, I just downloaded the Smite 2.
Hey-o. So hopefully Smite 2 is out beginning of next year. Like there's a lot of good stuff on the calendar. So
yeah, a lot of stuff to look forward to.
Keep an ear out. We'll be getting into Ask a Nomad in the early parts of 2025.
Yeah,
so
that'll be fun. We'll put a call out for some questions. That last time we did that was fun.
Eric, how would they get us their questions? How would they ask us those questions?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Dave. You can
go to your house.
Yeah, right.
Come on over.
You can call my phone at 55. No. You can join the Nomads of Fantasy Discord, the nomadsoffantasy.com/Discord.
Like it.
I had never promoted the email address. We do have an email address, nomadsoffantasy@gmail.com.
Yeah.
If you want to email us your
Send
questions,
Eric
your
all
queries.
sorts of weird shit.
Emailing.
Nobody emails, but Discord is the best way to get at us. I mean, Twitter, you can at Twitter or at fucking Nomads.
Not on Twitter anymore.
Are we gonna do the Blue Sky conversion or what?
Blue Sky is all right.
Yeah. Everybody, it seems like a lot of people are migrating from Twitter to Blue Sky these days. But
it's pretty shallow right now because everybody's just like, oh, check out the new plate, but it's no.
I mean, isn't that the beauty
of
it?
Same shit, different system.
That there's no fucking Elon bullshit over there. But whatever, I don't really care. Either way. I don't really look at social media that much anymore.
Yeah.
Except for the nomadsoffantasy.com/Discord, because that's the best place you can be.
And we got some TikTok videos that I was just noticing that one video has like 80,000 views on it. And it's me talking about the Terror from season 1
at the Nomads of Fantasy on TikTok over there.
Is that old cold boat and ghosts movie?
Yeah,
I've done some.
Yeah, I've done some.
That is it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've done some short mini reviews. I try to do it in a minute, so I got a bunch of those over there.
Yeah, check it out.
I was watching your political campaign website review videos, and I was like, yeah.
Oh man, those are fun.
Just breaking down somebody's website. It's good shit.
That's in my business account. That's for my design company. Yeah. TikTok's a blast, man. I like TikTok. It's fun.
Yeah. TikTok's cool. At Nomads of Fantasy on TikTok over there. YouTube.com/@nomadsoffantasy. If you want to see our beautiful faces and Brandon's beautiful snuggie. Looks so cozy over there.
This water bear looking motherfucker.
Yeah, right. I gotta get me one of those.
So good. I need one.
But yeah, you can visit the nomadsoffantasy.com for all your nomad needs. But other than that, that's all I got for you for this catch up of November. So until next time, like I said, we'll do Die Hard 2 next, and then we're hitting the holidays. So as always, until then, safe travels, Nomad.
Hang loose, Nomads.